get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now. Now get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now. Now get ready for the power of Groove.AI. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.AI. Discover the secrets today. Groove.AI is starting now.
And we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Groove.AI channel. We're actually broadcasting out to Groove.AI, Group CM, and associated Facebook groups, hopefully. And my name is Nick Lakhani, and what I do is I help people use AI tools. I help people use the Groove.AI tool, and also I help people with their marketing and with their specifically for their courses and communities that they're trying to set up. Now, one of the things that prompted, and by the way, those of you that are here, put hashtag live and also put hashtag replay if you're watching this on a replay, and give me some feedback. I'm going to ask a few questions and then just, I want your opinions on this, okay? Now, today was all about finding a niche. And, having discussed this with a couple of clients of mine recently, one of the things that came out of this is that sometimes they're not even ready for the niche finder yet because they've got so many things that are unclear in their mind. And one of the things that I always recommend to people is no matter how simplistic it is, or no matter how succinct it is, it's very important to have your own marketing plan. Because that way, you know whether you're going in the right direction or not. Let me, if I have your permission to actually talk about this, expand this a little bit. Imagine that you have a nice house out in whichever part of the world you're living in. And what you have is, I can see Anthony's in the chat there live. Thanks very much, Anthony. Just put in where you live, Anthony. I want to know. The reason is that no matter where you are, you have, imagine you have your idyllic house, okay? And you either have it now or you will have it soon, hopefully. And you want to remodel the garden. What do they call it? Landscape. In the UK, we call it landscaping. I don't know what you call it elsewhere where you are. And one of the things that we need to understand is that you can't just get, you may not be a gardener yourself. You think, okay, well, I've got a nice house, I've got a nice space out there. At the moment, it's just grass, or it may be overgrown, or it may need looking after. Or you just want to make it a little bit more perky, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more of a conversational starter when you have friends around for a barbecue, right? And one of the things that I would say people sometimes start their own business whereby they say, well, I know what I'm good at, I know what I want to do, and then they just start going off with it. And they are very they are led by their tactics. Does that make sense? As opposed to a strategy. So Nancy's in the chat, and she's calling in live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Welcome to Anthony. Welcome to Nancy, and so maybe you can, maybe this resonates with you. Do you know anybody who actually sort of starting off a project like this, and imagine it's your garden, and they've got various ideas that they want to do, and the one thing they've always wanted was to actually have a pond in their garden with fish and with little waterfall running in, going into it, you know the kind of thing. You're gonna have to find a pump somewhere to pump the water, and all of those kind of things, right? You're gonna have to find the fish and make sure you look after them. You're going to have to get little, I don't know what you call it, I guess nets to make sure the birds come down and get the fish very easily. Right, you know the kind of thing. But if you start sort of yourself, if you're doing it yourself, and you get your shovel and or your pickaxe or whatever other tools that you may have, you may not even have the right tools, by the way. You start digging a hole. Okay, but what's the plan? What's the strategy? Where do you see things going? Where can you visualize what your garden is going to look like? Do you have, nowadays we can even get AI to actually go and generate the images for us, right, for our garden, right? But you get the idea that, when you're building a house, you don't just start digging the foundations. I was going to say creating the wall, but that would be a little bit too much out of order, wouldn't it? Yes, you've got to dig foundation. But what else do you need? Well, really, you need an architect to come and see what that knows what they're doing, and you need people to come and do the work who know what they're doing. Same with the garden, right? Think about it. Are you going to just go and say, right, I want the water fountain here because at 3 p.m. in the 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. in the afternoon, when I'm sitting out here and enjoying the view, I want the sun to hit directly onto the pond, and then I want to have to put my sunglasses on. There you go. There's a good enough reason. Now, I also want my kids to come and play, or my grandkids, if you have, and I'm going to create a little area for them. And so, but don't you have to actually plan this out? Do you want to have your pond with various things? I mean, I don't know how much into nature you all are. You are. Do you want to put your pond right next to, 3 feet away from the children's play area, where you've got a swing and other things that they can play on? Do you need to have anything in place? Do you need to have a something on the ground that is a little bit different? Do you need something in the pond that it protects the species in the pond as well? Like I mentioned, the nets and things like that. So you need a strategy. You don't just start digging, and that's what we do sometimes, don't we? Have you ever sort of approached a project and said, "Yeah, this is what I have to do. These are the first 5 things I'm going to do." Okay, we've all done it. But can you see the picture? Can you, what does success look like over here for you, that you've gone and started digging over here, right? And that's what I see with people and their businesses. And one of the key things is about, I mentioned a niche finder or finding your niche. One of the things that perhaps might be interesting is, do you have a marketing plan? Well, there are reasons for having one. Okay, first of all, it doesn't have to take 3 months to complete it. What it can take is, you can make it as succinct as you want, but make it clear, make it really spot on. For example, when you're talking about who your ideal market is, be very specific. And I'm going to show you examples today of one way of approaching this for a new business. And I want you to then think about how you would do it for your business or how you would help your clients. I mean, you may be in this, in a business whereby you're helping clients yourselves, right? And so what I've got is, I'm going to show my screen on here, and rather than typing out lots of prompts, I've got some prepared, okay? And so I'm going to share this with you right now on here. As you can see, the first prompt I've got, I'm going to zoom in a little bit there. So let's just zoom in a little bit. And there you go, a little bit better. A little bit better. Okay. Okay, right. So you've got an introduction. You're a business startup consultant. So we're gonna actually set the expectations and seed the Groove.AI with a particular scenario, and then ask it to do some things for us. Okay, you've seen plenty of these kind of demos and so on, that you know what Groove.AI is, you know that it can help you with, it's underlying, it's got various AI technologies, it's going to have more shortly as well. So in here, I'm going to go straight in, and I'm going to go and highlight this paragraph. You're a startup consultant specializing in marketing for startups. I am starting a new yoga and wellness center. Well, it could be any business, all right? And I need help making many decisions about my new business. So you're being very open and honest. By the way, I think I spoke last week, didn't I, about the idea that the Groove.AI can be your therapist. It's unbiased, well, up to a point. But also it'll give you advice, and when you go to your friends and family, they love you, and sometimes they won't say certain things. Whereas hopefully, this technology may be a little bit more straight up when giving advice. Okay, that's the hope. I've already invested in Groove CM and Groove.AI software to run my business. So please use this resource in this and future recommendations. Please bias your recommendations towards utilizing the capabilities of this software. Now, the reason for that is, the reason I've actually included that is that I wanted to go and, let's zoom in a little bit more. I wanted to, later on when I'm creating copy, or later on when I'm creating the landing pages or website, things, funnels, things like that, I wanted to know what technology I'm using. Okay, so in this case, utilize the capabilities of the software, and then I'm telling it what the software does, or some of the things that it does, very high level. The first decision I need to make, I need help with, is to choose a target market for my center. Okay, for my business, choose a target market. Now, to be honest with you, on a marketing plan, there are a number of different things, and you can get templates. You may already have some, and then just go through it from A to Z. Okay. In this case, this is just a starting point. I was going to talk about niche today, but I'm going to get to niche after a couple of questions. All right. Now, this is important. The objective is to find the target market that is most willing to spend as much money as possible for the services I will offer. Okay? This is a business. We live in a capitalist world, and this is how businesses survive. Be sure to consider competitors, possible complementary businesses. I think perhaps I should put industries, because I'm thinking about other things, like, for example, teaming up with chiropractors, teaming up with other kind of health professionals in that field and being recommended by people, even looking at, for example, the idea that you can actually have a merchandising line. And so you've got Groove Cart, right? Little things like that. I'm thinking ahead on that. So as well as using the online world, right? Okay. Analyze the factors that will contribute to a profitable yoga and wellness center. Hopefully that's clear enough for our AI tools. When making your recommendations, ideally potential clients in the target market will have relatively high disposable income. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm thinking about individuals, but later on, it may actually give us some corporate um, clients as well to aim for. At least I'm hoping so. And so I could have put, a fairly substantial budget for this. Um, they may have, for example, the people that may come to my service, they may have a lack of free time. They may enjoy getting away. So I'm trying to seed it a little bit, and it's up to you whether you want to go to that level just yet. Okay. So what I want to do is to help people relax, recharge, and obviously come back and use my services regularly. Right. Provide me with 10 recommended target markets. I'm being specific in my question. If you're more specific in your question, there's more likelihood that you get a more specific answer. All right. Um, Show me the recommendation, and this is quite what I love about this is that you can tell it how you want it to look. Okay, so I want to, number one, the name of the market, a one sentence description, and then one sentence pitch on why I should choose this target market. Okay, and then consider that I'm an expert, blah 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 blah. Okay, right. Now remember, if you don't like the list, you can just do something like this. I didn't like any of these. Please generate a new list. Or these are too boring. Please use something out of the box. Or this is too wild. Please be a little bit more conservative, right? So you're comparing the last set of results and then telling it how to tweak it. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to go and copy this first prompt and paste it in there. And therefore, those of you, if you want to have access to this prompt into the chat, please just type in the chat and I'll paste it in there for you. Okay. Let's go to a new tab over here, and I'm going to go and say, right, let's press Control V, and it's the same prompt as I had a second ago. And let's go to this and submit it. Okay, so there's the prompt, and it's going away. Now notice that the output, I haven't really put too much on the presets or all the framework or the tone or anything. You can do that. You can actually very well do that. The only thing I've done is to make it more readable. I've just made it a Markdown WYSIWYG. That's literally the only thing. I mean, I've not even changed it from short. You can make it medium or long, and then where necessary, you can get it to expand certain points. Now, in this case, recommendations for target markets for your yoga and wellness center. Okay, so busy urban professionals, health-conscious millennials, retirees and seniors, pregnant women, stress management seekers. You get the idea. There's a lot there. Now, what I really like about this, for example, I like the fact that number 7 is corporate wellness programs. I think that they may well have a budget for something like this, and this may be part of their well-being at work kind of programs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, again, I've got a prompt ready on this, and so the next item is I wanted to actually start off with a research document for me. Thanks to the recommendations, I'm going to choose, and then whatever number I'm going to choose for my business, please provide me with a detailed research document on this target market that includes at least the following. And size of market, average marketing budget of companies in the market, top 10 specialities in this market, demographics on decision makers and companies in this market, etc. Recommendations on pricing strategy, which probably it won't give us. I don't think it's going to give us a number. I think that we need to give it more information for it to actually give us something, some sort of steer on that. And that's right too as well, because it's your business. You've got to work this out. Which of my services should I promote most to this market? Okay, so let's go and paste that prompt in there, and I'm okay with that. The only thing I want to do is to make sure I've got number 7 in there. So I'm just going to go and make this a little bit bigger for you. And that's number 7. And okay, let's send that. Now, Okay, research document, nice title in there, size of market, corporate wellness market, estimated value over 60 billion globally. Now, I don't know what currency that is. I'm assuming it's US dollars. In the US alone, a market is valued at approximately 8 billion US dollars, we assume. Average marketing budget of companies in this market. So companies typically allocate around 1 to 2% of the total budget towards wellness programs. Now that's interesting. That's a change over the last 10 or 15 years, isn't it? And so you get the idea that it's giving you information, it's giving you the various things, top 10 specialities in this market, and specifically it's telling you some of the programs that are there. Physical fitness that may actually help. With my yoga and wellness center, I even specialize in nutrition, so that may actually help as well. Team building, yoga and mindfulness sessions, cool. There you go. That's a good start. So you get the idea. It's giving us lots of information on here, but it's not voluminous. It's up to me now to say, right, okay, well, that's a good start. Now, I really want to drill down on this. I can either do that now or at a later date. All right? Now, in terms of what I've actually set up on here, I'm going to focus on another thing right now, which is I want an avatar. I want an ideal client avatar. And before I do that, let me just go through here. Just 1 minute on here. Remember the output I told it? I want the name of it and then a 1 or 2 sentence pitch on what it is or why I should go for it, right? Same with this. I want to have an avatar. And in this case, so I want to focus on the yoga mindfulness, okay? Of the based on number 5, yoga and wellness. Okay. Right. So I'm telling it that it should be a fictitious person, and my marketing should be written for that person in order to sell the most services. So I need it to be engaging. Provide me with 10 recommended avatars for my business. Please number each idea so I can reference it later. Okay. So show me the recommendations in the following format. So I tell it again what sort of format I want it in. Let's see what the results are. And recommended avatars for your yoga wellness center. Now notice this, look. Avatar, Sarah Tran. Avatar, David Patel. Avatar, Emily. I want to give it names. I'm a very visual person. What I do is once I focus on an avatar or a niche or something, I want to put it up on a wall somewhere and see what ideas come out of my head, as well as looking through ideas that come out of whether it's AI or from discussions with other people, discussion with friends and family or colleagues. I want to put some ideas up and then be able to brainstorm it. It's my business. I can't just let the AI just lead me. It's up to us to lead the AI. That's the idea. And therefore, but where it's actually got something good to say, I'm happy to take it. So on here, I'm looking at, HR manager at tech startup, corporate firm, large hospital, financial firm, advertising agency, insurance. So I'm looking at not only the name of the person, but also maybe even their age may be important for you. Maybe the type of industry it is or type of company it is may be important for you. Maybe you've got for example, maybe you know lots of lawyers or paralegals, and you know a little bit about the legal industry over here, or the manufacturing or insurance or IT and so on. So in this case, what I'm going to do is to say, well, okay, I like the fact that we've got Kevin Nguyen is a tech lead at a software development company. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to choose number 9, Kevin. Now, with the prompts that I've got, the next thing I'm going to ask is, I want a complete bio of Kevin. I want you to dig deep down into Kevin. And and that's very, very important in my opinion, because, and oh, it just happens to be number 9 that I prepped. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Um, so I've asked you to be creative and provide a complete bio. Okay. Um, it should be of a person that's most likely to agree to an offer from a company like mine. All right. Give me a list of things that they like and dislike, including a list of the types of content that would most interest them. Now, remember, this goes back to who they are as a person, and all of the things about their demographics will affect it. Okay. So really go to niche down, and you can see here, look, avatar, Kevin Nguyen, he's got his title in there, software development company, background, likes, dislikes, interests, and so on. Now, I think that whenever we do marketing, I don't think that most people, thanks very much, Nancy, you like the fact that uh, uh, oops, there you go. Yeah, yeah, good tip, avatar. Yeah, the avatars are really important. Now, if I say to you that for my business, I'm specialist in terms of courses and communities and so on, and so I created a company called Sell Your Course. Now, I've got an ideal avatar. I've actually got a name. I've actually got the age of the person, the sex of the person, the location that they live in, whether they're married or single. I've got it down to what type of car they drive, what type of phone would they have. Is it the latest Samsung or iPhone? Is it a mid-range Samsung iPhone, or is it a simple Android device that just does the things that you understand what I'm trying to say? You can be very specific with this, and there's reasons why. You want to get into the mind of somebody, you have to go and walk a couple of miles in their shoes. You have to understand what their issues are, personally who they are, where they come from in terms of their background, their education, how they're brought up, their mindset, what they would they actually say, yeah, you know what, yoga is great, or you know what, yoga is so passé, we've got to do something else, we've got to do something more modern, right? So if I've got a yoga studio and some sort of wellness center with nutrition, I want to say, well, what's the type of person, what type of person is my ideal client avatar? How can I connect with them? How can I engage with them? How can I get them interested in me? Now, you know what marketing, all about marketing in terms of the attention, desire, etc., etc. Well, how do I press their buttons? If you don't know who they are or what they think, or in general, what a person like that would think, then you're just going shooting in the dark, aren't you? At least this way, if it's wrong, if this avatar is wrong, that's okay. But at least you have an avatar that you shoot at and then try it. Now, if things don't work out, this is one of the things to go back and review. Marketing is all about testing, isn't it? So, but where this tool, the Groove.AI tool, helps us is that we can vary the tone. We can change the avatar. We can ask it to go and repeat. We can get it to do the tasks to save us doing it. It saves us a lot of time. But also, it may throw up ideas about, initially when I was looking, when I was prepping for this session, yoga studio, I was thinking about, well, for someone in my age range, 25 to 30 age range, it's a joke, by the way. It's more like 25 plus 30, 35, isn't it? I was looking at possibly people who are in, 50 plus, maybe wanting to make sure that they're able to be active. They want to decrease the chance of having health issues. They want to make sure they can take their grandkids to the park. They want to make sure that they want to be able to carry their shopping from the supermarket into their car, or even walk home if it's nearby. You get the idea. That's where I was thinking. Whereas when we went through it, it actually gave me a corporate angle onto it. I thought, oh, that's very interesting because they have budgets, a lot of them, right? So this type of tool is great, but I don't be afraid to really niche down and get to a point whereby you print a picture, get AI to create a picture of your ideal client put it on a wall, and then put down bullet points as to who they are, what they do, where they hang out, how they like to communicate, how they like to receive communication, what sort of things make them, so you've got to be very, very specific. The more specific you can make it, then you're writing marketing for one person. And notice when I say you, I'm talking to you. Right? You understand? Now, I may be talking to whatever size of audience, but I'm talking to you directly. And the more I can talk to you, the more I got a chance of being able to connect with you. Right? Yeah? So, look, that's where I'm coming from. That's why I say, don't be afraid to really go deep down into this. It's your business. You want to try and make it successful. Okay? Therefore, so we've got the avatar for Kevin. Okay, that's great. I'm just wondering what else I've got left in order from here. Okay, yeah. So I like this. Look, you've got a completed bio now, haven't you? Okay, so you've got the bio right there, and again, you can ask it. You can ask the software AI to go and elaborate on a section or all of them. Remember, I've only put the short one on here. What I don't want to do is to do a demo where you've got 50,000 words on the screen. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help me, it doesn't help anybody really. But the thing that I want to do is to help give you ideas so that you can leverage this tool to go and help you and your community and your clients to be more successful. That's it. That's what we're looking at. That's what make the world go round, right? Okay, so in this case, we've got complete bio. What's the next one? Now, I've not even got a business name yet. Okay, well, let's see if Groove.AI can help us. And on here, and notice just in case I've got, oh, these are too boring, please generate a new list and make them wildly creative, yeah? So I've got that. If I don't like them, I may use that. But remember, one of the clients, one of my ideal clients is going to be corporate level, so I can't make it too wacky, all right? Unless the corporate itself is a bit wacky. So I don't know. I don't know what the tech industries are like these days. Maybe you can tell me in the chat. Therefore, good. Let me help me create a great name for the business that appeals to my target niche. Be creative with the names. Make them as short as possible, but still convey the best possible business outcome working with my business. It's not about having the best name. It's about having the best name that will do the job for us. That's two separate things, isn't it? Provide me with 10 recommended business names and please number each idea. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You get the idea about the numbering, right? And so, in this case, Zen Tech Wellness. Now, it picked up the tech from the fact that we said that our ideal client works at a tech company. All right, so that, but we may not want to limit ourselves to tech, right? Unless you come from a tech industry where you may already have lots of contacts, where you may, have, as I said, have a lot of authority already. And then, yeah, okay, well, if you really want to specialize in the tech, then go down that route. And you can call it Zen Tech Wellness and aim for that sort of industry. Mindful Tech, again, similar thing. Elevate Well, Vitality Tech, Tranquil Tech, Oasis, Harmony Tech, Balance Work. You know, they're okay. They're okay. Now, I could ask it to go and give me, okay, you know what? Give me 20 more names, please. I always say please. It doesn't hurt to be polite, right? And notice it's got numbers 11 now. It starts with 11. So then I can go back and call, say, hey, I like number 23 or something like that. Okay, so let's see what we've got. See if anything stands out for you. And Vital Flow Wellness. It's a bit of a mouthful. I want to be able to say it quickly. Calm Tech Haven. Elevate Zen Hub. It's a computer hub. I love that. Okay, it's really gone for it, hasn't it? Okay, so in this case, um, I'm going to say, okay, hello, hello. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Um, I'm on my own today, and so my laptop disappeared at that point. Hence, I'm just trying to get the demo screens back for you. But whilst we're talking, whilst I'm just getting those screens up, again, I want to emphasize the fact that you want to think about what it is you're looking for. Where do you see success? What does success mean to you? Okay, and so and where does it come to? If you can see success and then quantify it and document it, then you've got a good chance to actually trace back the steps and create the strategy around those steps to go and achieve that. That's the idea. That's what we're looking at today. All right. And so I'm going to go off and open up the Groove.AI again, and let's go to it. Right. And here we go. Right. Okay. Therefore, this is great because we don't have to worry about anything not being saved. Brilliant. One of the things that I said was before we were so rudely interrupted by the tech side of things is I picked one of these, which was Calm Balance Wellness. Oh, number 24. Okay. So I picked number 24. And with this, I want to ask for domain names. All right. Help me choose domain names for my business. Okay. Right. So there you go. And again, people spend a lot of time on this. I like hashtag 24. And then, now help me choose a great domain name for the business that appeals to my target niche. Be creative. Think of names that are short as possible, but still convey the best possible business outcome of working with my business. Again, give me 10 options, etc., etc. Okay, here we go. Let's move that across there. Now, it's giving me all .coms, Okay, and again, you can specify if, for example, you want specific, the extensions. You want it a .co, you want it a .health, specialized, a specialized ending there. But in this case, calmbalancetech.com. Okay, that is the one. Oh, Calm Balance Wellness. Oh, okay. So is there a calm balance? It hasn't even given me that option. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to go back to, I want to copy this, and I want a great domain name, and I'm going to put in here using hashtag 24 as the basis. I want to see if it will be creative enough to give me some various options around the domain name. Okay. Now notice it's got Calm Balance in all of them now. Wellness, Hub, Center, Studio, Calm Balance Studio. Okay, I like that. Calm Balance Oasis. That's a great visual, isn't it, in your mind? Retreat, Journey, Harmony, Zen, etc. Okay, so you get the idea. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one, choosing number 4. Actually, I've got this written down over here. Analyze the pros and cons of this domain name. Okay. There you go. Right. So pros and cons of the domain name. So here, it's got clarity, it's memorability, relevance, brand image. Now the cons. Limitation. Studio might be a perception of your business only offering studio-based activities, etc. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't think that's yeah. I don't think that's a showstopper in my opinion. But hey, competition. Calm Balance is a popular wellness-related term. Now, this is where your other longevity studio. It's talking about, well, are you just going to stick to your studio? Would you be mobile? Would you be doing videos from a beach in Southeast Asia, perhaps? Right? So that's what he's trying to say to you. Is, do you want to associate it with a studio? And those are, valid reasons on there. And you can go back and have a look at these. Now, thinking about what we've looked at, we have looked at what the niche is, what who the ideal client avatar is. We've also looked at other questions around our brand, our service, our company, our the name of it, possible domain names. But you also have to do your own research in terms of domain names. Go to Namecheap and have a look at some different combinations of the names that you like, and then go to beast mode, where it'll give you literally hundreds of different extensions on there, right? If you wanted specialized extensions. It can even, for example, go to a flexible mode, whereby it will be flexible with the first letter or first character or the last character and things like that. And I've probably got half a dozen domain names going in with an idea, but then coming out with a different one after maybe an hour, a little bit of 20 minutes of research. Okay. And also the other due diligence in this, which is obviously very important, have a look at the company name you use and the domain name and see if A, it's already taken, and B, what similar companies, or in fact any companies, have got similar names. Because you don't want to go and be associated with something with just a couple of characters away, but it's something totally different, or it could be offensive, or it could, it's not. You don't want people to accidentally type something and then get something that they didn't sign up for. All right, so that kind of thing is important as well. And again, it's all about creating a list of tasks in a strategy. But in order to get a strategy, you've got to have a plan. You've got to think about it. You've got to put it up on the wall. You've got to design it. You've got to get experts to help you. Get help with this kind of thing. Remember, it doesn't matter what you think your brand is. It's what other people gain by looking at it, viewing it, reading it out loud, listening to it, especially if you start to do some copy and write bios for yourself, your team, landing pages, and so on. Start and have that in mind, and maybe do some trial run on landing pages and things like that, and see how it flows. And it's very important that the name that you use, the company that you use, or the acronym that you shorten it down to, is easy for people to remember. The memorability is very important. It's not easy to actually pick up an acronym with 3, 4, 5, 6 characters in there and be able to remember it just without thinking about it. NYC, New York City. I think there's a lot of people in the world who know NYC is New York City. Yeah, you get the idea. So I really need you to actually just be able to step away from this. Don't make an emotional decision in terms of your business, your ideas. Get a third party to help. Get a friend, family member to help. But remember, they won't always tell you the truth. So sometimes have a chat with Groove.AI. Okay? Now, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got any questions on here. If you, what did you think about the examples that I used? Could I have done anything differently? Has it changed your mind on anything? Has it changed your mind on your approach? Or would you still go ahead and get the shovel out and start digging up the garden ready for your pond? That's the question, isn't it? Yeah. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to say to you, okay, well, we'll see you again this time next week. And until then, take care. And if you've got any questions, get in touch with us. You know where we are. Just drop a message in the chat, or find me on Facebook. And it's Nikhil Lakhani. And I will actually put that into the chat as well. So I'm just going to go here and I'll put in my Facebook link over here. You can connect with me. Okay. Other than that, I will see you this time next week, bright and early. Hopefully we'll have less issues with the tech, and I'll get our Groove.AI robot to take us away. See you next week.